In the center of Turkmenistan, there lies a perpetually burning pit, a chapel built of human bones in Prague, a small Japanese town where life-size dolls outweigh the humans by roughly 10 to 1. We live in a wide, beautiful globe, but it also has its fair share of terrible and strange places. Places just waiting to be discovered by the next morbidly minded tourist. There are some of the scariest locations on the planet, from hell-themed amusement parks to snake-infested islands. We've compiled a list of the top 10 scariest places on Earth in this video. Welcome to the YouTube channel, and before we begin the video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss any of our upcoming videos. Let's get started. Number 10. Bell Witch Cave, Tennessee, USA. A spine-tingling journey to the Bell Witch Cave, the rumored former abode of an evil witch who afflicted the Bell family of Tennessee throughout the 1800s, will help you embrace the spirit of Southern Gothic. The nefarious ghost is said to have poisoned and murdered patriarch John Bell, as well as wreaked misery on his family, especially his daughter Betsy. Kate Batts, a disgruntled neighbor, is claimed to be the witch. The narrative has been memorialized in fiction and on television, and it is a local legend in Tennessee. According to legend, President Andrew Jackson paid a visit to the estate but was terrified away. Number 9. The Darvaza Crater, or the Gateway to Hell, Turkmenistan. Yes, there is a crater deep in the Turkmenistan desert that has been blazing for the last 40 years. This stunning site, officially known as the Darvaza Crater, is also known as the Gateway or Doorway to Hell. There is no tangible evidence of what occurred, which just adds to the allure of the fiery cavern. It is said to have originated in 1971, when Soviet geologists searching for oil discovered a natural gas cavern. To prevent the spread of methane gas, they set it on fire. It's now a breathtaking sight in the middle of nowhere and a popular tourist destination. Number 8. POVEGLIA Island, Venice, Italy. This lovely island is plagued by its terrible past. In the late 1700s, it was used as a quarantine zone for plague victims. Later, in the 1920s, it was converted into a psychiatric institution. The ghosts of patients from the mental institution are said to haunt the island. According to legend, a vicious doctor troubled by images of the people he had tortured committed suicide by jumping from the bell tower. The building still stands, an abandoned, rusted ruin that is spine-chilling. It's not meant to be visited by anybody, much alone tourists, but you may be able to convince a Venice boat operator to take you there. Number 7. Catacombs, Paris, France. Would you want to explore the catacombs, a spooky network of ancient caverns and tunnels packed with the bones of the dead under the streets of Paris? You may now do so at one of Paris's creepiest sites, which is home to the remains of about 6 million individuals and is located deeper beneath than the metro and sewage systems. The catacombs were built to handle overcrowded graves in the 18th century, but don't go off the beaten path. 2 adolescents were lost for 3 days in the vast network in the summer of 2017. Number 6. Chernobyl Amusement Park, Pripyat, Ukraine. Desolate amusement parks may be spooky enough, but the cause behind Chernobyl Amusement Park's abandonment near the ghost town of Pripyat, Ukraine, makes it not just creepy but also dangerous. The Chernobyl nuclear power plant was shut down and the whole city was evacuated after the 1986 nuclear tragedy, making this entertainment park obsolete. The radioactivity is still there, even if the humans have long ago left. Number 5. Battleship Island, Nagasaki, Japan. Hashima Island, also known as Gonkanjima, meaning Battleship Island, due to the island's resemblance to a battleship. It is 60,000 square meter cluster of concrete ruins in the sea off the coast of Nagasaki, Japan. It was the busy home of thousands of coal mine employees in the 1950s. Hashima Island has been deserted since the coal mines closed in 1974. Deserted islands usually have a horrible aura about them. Isolation has 2 sides. Being surrounded by water might be a fantastic holiday escape, or being trapped with nowhere to go. A trip to Hashima Island is reminiscent of the latter. The decaying houses and abandoned possessions of former coal miners give the impression that this is the world's most barren island. Number 4. La Isla de las Muñecas, Texuelo Lake, Mexico. The brilliantly macabre invention of a man called Don Julian Santana who lived as a recluse on an island for 50 years until his death in 2001, is La Isla de las Muñecas, or the Island of the Dolls. He acquired an incredibly gruesome collection of mutilated, shattered dolls during his stay there, and hanged them on tree branches across the island, where they still dangle, like sacrifices, to this day. Although it seems to be nasty and scary, the backstory is unexpectedly charming. Despite the fact that there are numerous versions of the narrative, they all agree that Don Julian dedicated the dolls to the ghost of a small girl who drowned in the canal. Number 3. AKODESSEWA Fetish Market, LOMÉ, Togo. The AKODESSEWA Fetish Market in LOMÉ, Togo is the world's biggest fetish market and a refuge of voodoo practitioners. We're talking about talisman utilized in voodoo healing when we say fetish. Crocodile heads, monkey hands, cobras, and bones are examples. There are several bones. These items or portion of items are marketed as ingredients to be pulverized, combined with herbs, and cooked over an open fire. The resultant black powder is rubbed into a wound on the patient's chest in the hopes of healing him of whatever ails him. Number 2. SEDLEC Ossuary, SEDLEC, Czech Republic. In SEDLEC, Czech Republic, the SEDLEC Ossuary is a modern Roman Catholic church. It also has a skeleton remains of roughly 40,000 people spread in artfully organized arrangements across the island, the chandelier in the center of the chamber, and the coat of arms of the Schwarzenbergs. The most blue-blooded of Bohemian aristocracy on the left are the most noteworthy human bone works. When you think about the kind of warped mind that comes with things like a chandelier made of human bones, it's impossible not to let your imagination go wild. But the true motivation behind it all was fairly simple. It was all about conserving space. Number 1. GONJIAM Psychiatric Hospital, GYEONGGI, South Korea. The tale of this abandoned mental facility reads like a horror movie script. Patients began inexplicably dying at the hospital 10 years ago, according to local mythology, prompting its closure. It is now an abandoned, filthy structure with only the most distressing relics of its past existence, such as rusting wire fences and decaying examination seats to remind us of its former life. The hospital is one of 3 prominent haunted places in South Korea, the others being the Yeongdeok Haunted Home, which is supposed to be haunted by spirits from the Korean War, and the Nulbom Garden, a former restaurant where the sound of dishes being washed in the kitchen can still be heard. The world is riddled with haunting, frights, and horrific monuments. The world provides a combination of natural and apparently paranormal frights at a variety of goosebump-including places dispersed throughout the globe, from exquisite decor made of human bone to spooky dolls, abandoned villages, and death-defying plummet, and the world never ceases to amaze us with its ability to do so. That concludes today's video. We hope you liked it. Feel free to let us know in the comments area on which topic we should make a video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.